to Still Dripping Happy Hour.
Welcome to episode 170 of the Still Dripping Happy Hour. This is your host, Mason. On the move tonight, we got LP.
What up? I'm more dedicated than Hayes is.
If you don't know Landon, he was one of the original members of the podcast, but you might not have seen him in a while. I don't think you had the scruff, the full stash, everything.
Straight up.
So yeah, welcome, Landon. First time, long time listener, first time guest.
Yeah, happy to be here. Happy to see what we're all about, and it's cool to be here for the first time. So I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah, wonderful. Shout out to Keller Phillips. I think he's the lone live pod viewer right now. So shout out to KP.
Hey, Keller.
Landon, just catch us up. I don't know when the last time. I feel like you've been on somewhat recently.
Oh man,
We haven't gotten a ton from you. So help
March.
us out. Catch us up.
Bought a pair of shoes, so that's big Tom.
Very nice.
Rooted is closing their store. That's news.
Yeah, I got a slide for that. I mean, we can just jump that right in if you want to.
Yeah, wild. After
this was posted today, right?
Yeah.
Last day at their only location they've ever had.
Yep.
And 7 years. That's wild.
Yeah.
So do you have any inside information that you can leak on the pod?
Ooh, I do. New location dropping. Super excited. They've been working on this for a while. Hoping by the end of the summer to have a soft launch of the new location.
Okay. Look at that. Breaking news from the Still Dripping Happy Hour. Let's go. What county is it going to be in? Still staying in Davidson County?
Still Davidson. They just needed a spot with more foot traffic for the price, because Hermitage Avenue is great. The location, like the actual physical store, the build out, incredible, but location for foot traffic, terrible.
Yeah.
That area just did not build out, I think, as they had hoped. I think at some point the growth is going to go that way, but there's just not much around there. So not a great place for a retail spot.
Yeah, you could see the vision over there, but it's going to take a few 15 years or so to get that all up the way they want it to.
Might tease the Gulch, maybe, possibly. I know that was a location they were throwing around.
You know, I don't know. I'm gonna respect your integrity and not keep bugging you about where it's gonna be, but we know by that smile. So if anybody wants to interrogate him on their own time, you can do so. I don't know how tough a cookie Landon is to crack, but if you press him, he might squeeze a little bit.
I mean, I think this is the first official, like, if anybody listens to this podcast, it's the first official leak.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know where else it would be. So, yeah, look at you. This is why first time on the pod in maybe a month, and look at you, just breaking news everywhere. You must have been out because you had your ears to the ground, right?
Well, that's
you're doing the real journalism.
I don't want to waste anybody's time, so I only come on here when I've got late breaking news ready to roll.
Yeah, I was delighted to see or to hear that you got new shoes. You put that in the group chat sometime last week. But while you weren't on here, we did introduce a new segment. You might have seen it. It's called Dan Duel. And we give Dan a little prompt, and he has to give us odds or an over-under on what it was. So over under for the podcast that he set was, I believe it was 8.5 on total podcast members buying new shoes. And Hayes and I both went over 8.5, which is a terribly low number. I mean, think about when we started in 2017. That number, Dan said in 2018, he would have put the number at 47.
Easy.
For all of us. Yeah, we would have beaten it. We would have been over 47. And now for us to be at 8 is very sad. But I'm glad you contributed to that number. I think I've gotten 1 this year. Hayes had like 3 already. So we're up to 5. So I think we'll be 8. Pretty confident. Oh, we got 2 viewers now. Shout out. Let's see what the comment.
They heard about the Rooted news. Everybody's jumping on. They want to hear more about it.
Yeah. Rooted. Just, whew. All right. Well, hey, Dean, quit trash talking. Tennessee's, this says football, but we're going to whoop y'all in baseball too. So,
hey, shout out Auburn national champions in golf official.
Oh, wow. Okay. Little sporting update here. All right. Golf. How'd their baseball team do? Were they one of the 3 SEC teams not to make the tournament? That's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Heard you guys have a great gymnastics program, though. So
hey, we got the best recruiting wide receiver core in the Southeast right now. I don't know if we got a quarterback to throw to him, but we'll see.
All right. Well, you think it's time to jump inside the box? You got a little show and tell for us?
Oh, I do.
All right, let's jump
What's inside the box?
That's my shoe in the box.
All right, Lando. Oh, do I need to play another drop for you? I guess I do.
How do I flip this cam? I can't flip the cam, can I?
I don't know if you can. Hold on 1 second while you do that, though.
Welcome to the Salomon Skinny. Your host, Landon Parrish.
The floor is yours, sir.
Man,
Welcome.
Oh, sorry.
that's fine. This has been a long time coming. So how long have we been doing the Salmon Skinny for over a year? Is that that's
probably. Yeah, probably so.
Well, Salomon has just absolutely taken the world by storm. I was reading an article where between Hoka, OnCloud, and Salomon, they are starting to chip away at Nike's market share. And the customers are becoming more brand loyal to these brands than Nike, which is amazing. So, give us a year and we'll be sitting here saying Salomon jumped over the jump man. I don't know. We'll see. So here's the box. Beautiful, minimalistic. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Shout out to the water mocks. Get a good shot at those, baby. We're all in with that. We outside. So I'm just jump into these. These are incredible. These remind me of the early 2000s Climacool's with the cage. This is I'd say the top tier model of Salomon. It is the ACS Pro. And there it is. It's amazing. Look how aggressive that is. Look at the tread. Look at the tread on these shoes.
Very aggressive.
This is what reminds me of the Climacool. See, it's like see-through mesh right there.
Okay.
The system is lockdown system. Oh, this is pretty cool. Touch. Look at this. You have 2.
Man,
That's dope.
I'm not as down as Hayes would be on this, but I can't be up on this, Landon.
Dude, these are incredible. Absolutely incredible. There's
it looks like shark teeth are holding the laces together.
Dude, these are metal. The detail in these are insane. Look at this. There's a little pocket right here for the tie down system right here.
Wow.
See, it's got the little thing right here. It hides it away, and you can put it in this little thing. And the materials on this, incredible. Sad thing is they don't fit. So even sadder is it's the only size that Rooted had, and I had a gift card, so I didn't even pay for them. I got them for free, but now I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with them because now Rooted's shut down, so I can't come back.
You can't squeeze.
Dude,
Like,
these are so narrow. Look how narrow these are.
Yeah.
And these are on 11.5, I think.
Dang. You usually wear
they're
like 10.5.
They're an 11. I need 11.5. Toe box is fine. Oh no, man, they're so narrow. I could go complete no socks with them and be okay, but man, I'm telling you, look at that tread again. Look at that tread.
That's intense.
Man,
that's very intense.
How good looking that is.
It looks. I don't love the double back tabs or whatever.
Look like antennas.
They do. They look like that shoe looks like it's from A Bug's Life.
This looks like it should be glow in the dark. It's not. But look at the use of mixed materials. You got the mesh.
This shoe, I will say, look, I don't like it. I would never wear these. This is a Landon Paris shoe.
Oh yeah.
This is, on the Complex Sneakers Pod, they say JLP for a Joe LaPuma shoe, but this is an LP shoe. This is a LP exclusive right there.
Dude.
We've had a few come across the podcast airwaves recently where we've like, Landon would love this. I appreciate your unique style. You're very utilitarian, and that's all I can say. I would never wear that shoe in a million years, but
dude, you could rock this.
Congratulations. You finally got a Salomon in the rotation.
One more quick hit to show the premium. Comes with ortholights.
Wow.
Pretty dope.
You might be an old man if. I'm just messing.
I'll take it.
So, speaking of old, I do have something that I am not going to let this happen. So, Landon, set up a basketball game for Friday morning. All right?
This Friday morning?
Can we do that?
That's a quick turnaround, man.
Like 5:30 a.m.?
5:30?
Because I just got called out. I just got called out in the chat by Bodie saying I'm too old and I can't hoop anymore.
Bodie's on here too.
I play basketball once or twice a week, and I will scrub the floor with your young butt.
Wow. Is he here? Is Bodie in Nashville?
Bodie
he doesn't want that smoke.
Yeah, he doesn't. But whenever you can set it up, I'll be there. Bodie probably can't even wake up as early as I play basketball.
Ooh.
So, talk about an old man game, Bodie. I got it.
Facts.
All right. As for anybody else who actually plays basketball, no, I won't wipe the floor with you guys. Just only Bodie. I'm not that good.
Do we have 3 viewers on here right now?
No. Apparently, as Bodie condemned me, Keller never signed on. He just gave me a clock emoji saying we were late, but Keller incorrectly got a shout out, so apologize. So you can take that back. But Bodie Gwynn was the actual viewer. Don't feel bad about not shouting him out now.
I think I can go no socks with these and they fit okay. Man, they're just so narrow.
All right, let's get into some real sneaker news now. I want to get your pick. They look pretty narrow, but you can rock those. Do
you think that they will stretch? They're not leather, though. I don't think these will stretch.
I don't know. It would probably take a long time for them to stretch. Maybe if you got those like shoe trees, put them in. Is that what they're called?
Shoe trees, yeah. I got some shoe trees. I don't know.
You gotta get some wide ones though.
I hate it, man. This is the colorway I've been waiting for. Sorry, we can move on.
No, you're fine. All right. So first up, man, I'm sorry, guys. Listen. If you're a normal listener, you know that the past 2 to 3 weeks have been positive podcast, but the shoe content has been very negative. And we've had, just to recap, we've had piss in your pants for $800 on here. If you haven't seen those, Landon, I'll have to pull them up for you.
What is going on?
No, we had. There's a designer there's 2 designers. They collabed. One's name was Jordan and one's name was Luca. Ironically, not not the athletes.
Yeah.
But they collabed on a pair of pants that were piss in your pants. Yeah, they have pee stains, like multi-level pee stains on the pants.
No way.
We had very furry shoes, look like a mascot shoe, a mascot wearing a thong shoe. I mean, we've had the worst of the worst on you. Oh, last week we had a loofah shoe.
So loofah shoe.
Yeah, look up if you're just now hearing about this, you can look up Caroline Hugh Adidas. She made a loofah shoe. It's terrible. And so this week I'm just gonna call these dog bleep shoes because that's exactly what it looks like. And let me pull it up here. What the heck is going on? This is like Hugh Hefner on the tongue meets dog crap on the bottom. What is this? The City of Cinema drops in the holiday, but it's a Nike Dunk Low that we're looking at. And this is give me your take on these. What you got, Lando?
So the midsole, that's unfortunate. But I think what they're trying to go for is like the wooden stage or like a floor or like it kind of looks like it looks like some old glue. It looks like a cushion like was taken off of a chair and this is what's left. You feel
like
me?
you rip up the carpet in your home and this is the glue underneath it.
That's what's below. So I
do get where you're coming from with the yellow, with the wood, with the curtains as the tongue. I understand that. It doesn't make this good. To me, all I think of is like, okay, if you're not thinking dog poop, you're definitely thinking just straight mud.
Yeah.
If you see somebody walking in the ironic part is this picture doesn't do it justice, but right where the picture for the right side ends up is like it turns yellow. It's not fully like brown all the way through the toe box. So it stops right there. Like the brown smudge stops like right where the picture ends. You can kind of see it on the very edge. And it's just only the yellow around the toe box. I don't understand it. But
if you're gonna go all in with the poop, you gotta go all in with the poop. You don't halfway poop.
Yeah, if you're gonna step in poop, you don't just only get it on the heel. You got to smudge that stuff around.
Did you check out Dean's latest comment? I don't know how.
I've seen Dean in the comments a lot, and currently he's wearing On Clouds, so we don't give him too much credit for anything really. But he does have a good take here, in my opinion. Sabrina 1's being the hardest shoe in the game right now. That is the current shoe that I have, Dean. So appreciate that. I like them over the Jaws more for a performance than the just general look. But yeah, either way. I think there's a lot of good basketball sneakers out right now, though. Like in the last 6 months. We've had really good sneakers come out, and so I'm here for it. Get that off. All right. Like I said, Landon, we're going to have to fill this time. Might create a game or something because we don't have a ton of news. So
I got some major news.
Okay, good. Well, next up we had
these are incredible.
The hot lava. What are these called? I do not remember. I'm totally blanking. These are the Agassiz.
Agassiz, yeah.
Whatever the AirTech Challenge 2 is, I believe what they're called. Sorry, just blanked out. But the hot lava colorway coming back in a slightly aged version. I mean, this is what 1990, 91, which is a year or two after the Jordan 4, which you get a lot of hits of Jordan 4. This is a Tinker Hatfield model. So get a lot of the same features. Beautiful shoe. I don't know if I prefer. I don't know. Let me ask you then. Would you prefer the aged look, like through the sole, or would you want it clean?
For this shoe, aged, and that's an exception. I'm usually not a fan of the make it look vintage, but this, it works. I think It's too much white in the midsole if you went all white.
Yeah. I'm worried a little bit about the that tan beige color around the midsole or around the bubble.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not the same as the toe box. I don't know. It just kind of looks weird to me, but still very good shoe. I think it comes out this holiday season. Would you buy these? Are you in the market for this right now?
Not in the market. I don't know if I could rock these. I just appreciate them for what they are.
I feel like you have that bright colorway all the time. It's the mid cut, is it not?
It's the mid cut.
Yeah.
Throw me off. Like, give me this colorway in an Air Max 1. Whew. Yes.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
We were talking about, and maybe this is how we can fill some of our time, because I think you would have a really good answer for this. So we were talking about Supreme is doing an Air Max 1.
Oh, really?
And so very different from what they've been doing in the past with doing the obscure models like the Air Max DN, the what they have this, the Darwin lows. So really weird models, but now they're getting an Air Max 1. And the mock-up that we saw was just a regular blue and a regular Royal Air Max 1 and a regular red Air Max 1. And the Supreme was across the air bubble. But that was just a mock-up. So I don't know if that's it, but what would you like to see in terms of an Air Max 1 Supreme collab? Is there anything like what would make you be like, I have to buy this?
That's such a clean shoe that you don't want to do too much. So I get it being on the air bubble.
But is that enough? Like,
it's not.
The Air Force One that we saw with the little Supreme tag, that wasn't enough.
But that's the thing. I don't know what you could do with the Air Max 1. Maybe across the toe box, the top of the toe box, where it says Sup and then Preem.
Okay. Yeah,
that'd be dope.
What else have we seen on an Air Max 1? We've seen Atmos do the Safari and then the elephant print kind of stuff.
You could do something on the heel tap, like the heel.
Yeah,
back there.
That would definitely be cool. Here's the mock-up. So
that's kind of clean.
It is. It just seems, I don't know. The blue one seems cooler than the red one to me for sure.
I'm down with either.
You like them? Okay.
I like it.
Well, when you said an Air Max 1 on this colorway, I kind of thought that hot lava treatment would be really cool on this shoe.
It would.
For Supreme. Not if Nike did it, it would kind of suck. And I'm not a Supreme fan. Like anybody who knows me knows I've never owned anything Supreme, but I think the hot lava treatment would be a cool thing for Supreme to do. A unique thing that, like the Jordan 5 that we saw Supreme do camo. There's countless others that they've done really well. What's that? Is it the 98 they put the snake skin on? Or no, they didn't do the snake skin on that one, did they? I'm getting mixed up with my Supreme stuff. Yeah, like I said, not a huge fan, but so you like which one do you like better, the red or the blue in this mock-up?
I'm liking the red. I like the classic.
That's fair.
But like, see what I'm saying? Like with the Supreme logo, like if you just the box logo, it was imprinted on the heel instead of.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be really cool. Like instead of that, it'd be cool if it was like Supreme and then Air Max like right underneath it, like they have just cut out the Nike symbol.
Yeah,
that would be cool. All right. I feel like I haven't seen you since we had some unpleasant Yeezy news.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about it. On the next thing.
All right. Yeah, we talked about the restock last week, but I decided to throw it in here in case you needed some news. I don't think I have any sneaker sommeliers for you. I didn't see any new silhouettes this week. So we'll go ahead and skip that. And I think for the rest of it, sorry for Dean and Bodie, but I had a some dad questions for you. Is there I was enlightened to this in the last week.
Oh gosh.
But is there something that your kids have ever pointed out to you that you do way too much, but you've never noticed that you've done it until they start doing it, or they say, "Oh yeah, you always say this."
Yes. I talk to our oldest in a baby voice, and I repeat what she says when it's annoying me. And it got to the point where she's like, "Daddy, that hurts my feelings." And I'm like,
Oh,
so I have to, and I still
tough.
do it. I still do. It's just like unconscious to me. She'll be like, "Daddy," I'll be like, and she'll look at me. She'll give me that look, and I'm like, "Oh no, I did it."
That's fantastic. And now that I say this, people on the podcast are gonna be like, he says that all the time. I say the word fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
Is probably my number one saying. And so my son the other day, he asked me something, or we disagreed, and then he made his point, and I said, "Okay, that's fair." And he said, "Daddy, why do you always say that?" And I was like, okay, I do say that all the time. And now every time I say it, I kind of cringe. And it's just it's something I say. It's second nature. But he has picked up on it, and he's like, every time. Yep, he'll like mimic me now. It's like the reverse of what you do. It's like him mimicking me. It's like, yeah, that's fair. It's like, all right, son, get over yourself. I don't know if I had that one just came to mind earlier because I had just said it, but I don't know if I have any more. So let's jump to you have a question. Sorry for the lack of sneakers news this week.
Wait, I've got a question.
I said, do you have any questions? It doesn't have to be fatherhood related. No.
Man, we're struggling.
Right, let's go to
parenthood right now.
What's that?
We're potty training right now, so it's been a tough go.
Yeah, that is tough. Oh, to update people from last week, Dan was on for about 10 minutes. Was that last week? I think it was last week. And his baby girl was born. He did pick a name, and we'll let him announce that when he comes back on. I think he named his daughter about 12 hours after she was born. So that's a trend that him and his wife have. So more power to you. But they're home today, right, Landon? And everybody's healthy. So we're thankful for answered prayers from Dan, and he would like to say thank you to everybody. And then hopefully we'll see him. It'll probably be a while. So
super girl dad. Amazing.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're split down the middle on the podcast. You got two with all girls. Hayes has one girl, but biologically only 3 boys. So yeah. And then I'm coming in with a second boy soon. So here we go. Split down the middle. We'll have to have like boy dad versus girl dad wars or something. See the difference. See what's more difficult. All right. So let's see. Landon, we know you bought the Salomons just last week. Have you bought any other tennis shoes this year? Strictly sneakers.
Oh. I don't think so.
All right.
No.
So I think Hayes said he had bought, I can't remember if he said 3 or 4. I want to say it was 4, but I will stick for 3. which takes our total to 5. 5 sneakers from the pod this year, and we're.
Oh, hold up.
We're gonna.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The Air Kakunis, those came out this year, maybe? No, I think that was late last year.
Yeah, I think it was probably last year.
Oh yes, I
had another shoe, right?
I got the Air Mox, ACG Mox. I got those earlier. This year.
Okay. Some ACGs. All right, so we're up to 6. 6 this year. Okay, we're gonna blow 8 out of the water. 8.5.
Easy.
We're gonna easily. I'm in the market for one right now, and actually, sorry for this. I've got to plug in my laptop. So, give me 1 second.
Oh, let's go Nashville Cats.
Yeah, man, the Cats are back.
Dude, we got to go to a game. I want to go so bad.
Eesh, I don't know if I can go to a Cats game, man.
They played at Austin P on the road a couple weekends ago.
What?
Yeah, because they played Municipal, but they took it on the road for Military Appreciation Week. It was amazing. I've been keeping up with them.
Have you?
Yeah.
We got like are you like the world's biggest Cats fan?
Maybe. Because like I was here in early 2000s when they first.
Yeah.
It was actually the second time. This is actually the third time that they've relaunched.
Right. Yeah. This is the third.
But yeah, I've got such great memories when they played in Bridgestone. Before it was Bridgestone.
Yeah. Somay Center.
Yeah.
Gaylord. There was one in there also, right? Bridgestone, Somay.
It was initially just the Nashville Center. I've got a cup from opening night. It's just like the Nashville City Center or something.
Interesting. All right. Well, hey, look, in a few minutes, we're going to do some questions since we got viewers this week. This is perfect timing for mailbag. So, Dean, Bodie, get your somewhat sneaker adjacent questions in. But while you guys are doing that, we're going to do, let's do some more than sneakers moments, Landon. You've got to have something from your time away.
Dude.
Could we call it a sabbatical? Did you take a sabbatical?
Yeah, we'll call it a sabbatical. We back. Better than ever. So, we went camping this weekend. This is an annual trip with Anna's entire extended family.
Oh, wow.
Where we converge in Arkansas, just south of Little Rock. And we've been doing this for probably going on. This is like the 5th year. So it's a big deal. People come from Georgia, Texas, Alabama, Tennessee. And last year was the last year that I said I would ever sleep in a tent, and Anna as well. And so we went and bought a camper after last year. So we've literally been planning this trip for a year. Bought a camper, laboring hours over it to make sure it's all fixed up, good to go. Changed the tires, greased the bearings, spent thousands of dollars on all the equipment and all the stuff to take care of a camper. Spent hours on YouTube learning how to like fix things, all the things that could go wrong, because it's a 6-hour trip, and I'm not like I've never like hauled anything more than maybe an hour. So we've done a couple trips here and there. I kid you not, we get on the road within 1 hour. That thing is spitting grease, and I have to pull over, turn around, and go back home.
What do you mean is spitting grease? Like, what does that mean?
So I text Zello, and I'm like, bro, I sent him some pictures. He's like, yeah, man, you ever grease those bearings? And it's I'm like, awesome. I didn't know that was a thing. Of all the things, like I researched how to change a tire, and I did that. I researched how to change a flat, like if I got a nail in the tire, could do that. Like, but grease spitting out of your hubcap definitely wasn't on the list there. So, so I'm calling mechanics in Dixon, Tennessee. This is a Friday before Memorial Day weekend, and they're like, "Yeah, we can get to it in like 2 weeks." I'm like, "My bro,
oh my god,
I'm sitting in a Hardee's in Dixon. Help me out." So bring it back. And we were going to split up the trip. So we were only going to drive to like Memphis that night and stay in a campground right outside of Memphis. So I'm like, whatever. So now I got to figure out. Now we're gonna make a 6-hour straight drive the next morning, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to bring the camper. So we get on one of those websites where you can book a camper, and like they'll bring it to you and set it up. And I'm like, this sounds kind of nice. Like I think I'm gonna sell my camper and just do this. So we book it, and I'm like feeling great. It's a nicer camper than what we had. Get a message from the guy an hour later. Hey man, like I don't know, the website didn't update. This isn't available, and he cancels our reservation. I'm like,
Wow.
so now we're looking at. I'm pulling down out of the garage the tent that I said I would never use again, and we're looking at severe thunderstorms and up to 90-degree weather. It's gonna be great with a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old. And our 7-year-old has a broken hand, by the way, broken arm, and a cast. So get a call later that night, and it's Anna's aunt. And she had already checked in, and there's like a lodge. There's a small lodge on this campground. There's only 20 rooms. You usually have to book them over a year in advance. She's like, hey, I went to the front desk, and I just asked them, hey, I know it's holiday weekend. There's probably no way you have any availability. And they're like, hey, we just had someone call and cancel for the weekend. And we got to stay in the lodge, and it was incredible. And the Lord provided. So it was not at all what I had expected it to be. Still very disappointed that we didn't get to take the camper. But at the end of the day, we got to stay at the lodge, get AC. There's a pool, and it was awesome.
Very nice. So hold on, I gotta go back to the spitting grease. So
Yeah.
what does that mean? The camper wheels,
Yeah.
there's grease like coming, like popping.
Like literally, I pulled over to get gas, and there was red grease all over the wheels, like the hubs, just covered. It had been spitting grease.
So what? Is that like an issue, or it's just not good?
So in the moment, I was like, I don't
Yeah,
even
you have no
know.
idea, right?
This doesn't look great.
Yeah.
I don't feel like comfortable taking this another 5 hours. So after talking with Zello, it's a pretty easy fix, and like I would have been fine, but I would have had grease all over my camper. Like it just was going everywhere.
Yeah.
And literally, I think what I've got to do, and I did, and I need to test it out, is the hubcap, like the hub that goes on the center part. It's just cheap metal, real cheap. And I think the guy before me, they have to put like a flathead screwdriver between it and the axle to jimmy it off. I think he bent it a little bit, like the ring. So there's this little gap. And when those wheels start turning, the grease warms up. It tries to escape any way it can. And so that little gap, I took a picture of it. It's just this tiny little gap. It was just literally just spitting out little grease every rotation. So I got a mallet and just went to town on that thing. Because I know I've got to like probably buy some new ones. But I think that did it. So I'm also kind of like, my pride's hurt because it's like I had the mallet with me. Why did I not just bang that thing and just go for it, you know? But
yeah,
I'm risk adverse, so
yeah, that would be tough to do just off the cuff.
yeah.
Man. Yeah, I'm with you. I had some Memorial Day heartbreak as well, but it was not in a mobile home. It was in my home.
Oh no, a mobile home.
Yeah. It was, so let's see. Let's start from the beginning. So I think a few weeks ago I had detailed my plumbing issues, maybe not.
Plumbing issues?
Anyways,
Okay.
we had a clog in our kitchen sink. No big deal. Father-in-law brought the snake over. Couldn't find anything. Call the plumbers on Saturday. They can't find anything, but the sink is draining now. Like, okay, cool. They leave. It's like, sounds good. Like, could have been just something they pushed through the line, whatever. They leave. Not 5 minutes later, I start a load of laundry, and our whole laundry room starts bubbling over, water running down the hall. We had just gotten new carpet, so we're barricading the doors in the hallway. Needless to say, they couldn't come back that day. We had a birthday party to go to. So on like Monday, they come back. We haven't had water only in our bathrooms have we had water for the whole weekend. They come back and they're like, all right, well, we've got to fix like all this piping underneath your house. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like we went from like a kitchen sink to you guys moved the clog down to the laundry room. And now we've got to replace all the plumbing underneath our house. Like I called the guy, the owner, and I was like, hey, we're not going to do this. Like, I'm sorry. And he was like, I'm just letting you know that like the tradespeople in Tennessee are pretty terrible. Like when they built your house. And I was like, that's all good and well, but we've lived here for 6 years with no issues. Like one did not just happen overnight when your plumber came and fixed our sink and it messed up. And he ended up quoting me. He said, I won't go over $600. And I was like, all right, if you can do whatever you want, but keep it under $600. And he was like, all right. So they came, 2 guys came, got under my house, and were here for 6 hours. 6 hours. And so it was literally on my invoice. It said $2,000 and they marked it down to 600. So I did get a deal, but I will say, I don't think it needed it. They finished. They came inside. We're like, we replaced all that needed replacing. Everything looks great under there. We're going to test the laundry room. It's still clogged. They replaced all his pipe and he goes down underneath the house and in 15 minutes fixes it. That's all he needed to do from the beginning was fix that one 15-minute issue. And I was like, this is why I said $600 max. Actually, their owner quoted the $600 max, but I was like, we could have done this in 15 minutes. I don't know you tried to upsell me on getting all these new pipes under here. But anyways, joke was on them. So that's first thing. Second thing, day before, on Thursday of last week, I guess 2 weeks ago, our fridge goes out. It was number 2. It's like my wife comes, hey, I think we left the freezer open. Like some of the stuff melted. It's like, oh, no big deal. And I reach my hand in the refrigerator and like, nope, our fridge is just gone. We got a quote for that, $800. So we just bought a new fridge. So there's number 2. And then this third one's on me. You know, bad things come in threes. So the third thing, I'm cleaning something for Elliot's room in our bathroom. It slides off the counter into the sink and just creates a hole in our stone sink. And so we still have a hole in our bathroom. So Landon, we're right in there with you for the pit of misery, but we're taking it one day at a time and we're being happy about it. So you're cutting in and out there. You good? Uh-oh. I think we lost Landon. Yep, we might have lost him. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and read. Yep. Are you We'll go for our first question from the audience. What is the Cybertruck of sneakers? Hopefully Landon can hear us sooner or later. And in parentheses, so in terms of Cybertruck, he means the ugliest, too expensive, and most overrated sneaker. And we officially just lost Landon. So anyways, I'll try to answer this one the best I can. The Cybertruck of sneakers, gosh, it feels like something that Mischief has done, like the Big Red Boot. It was like $400. It was very ugly, and it was like a cartoon shoe. That would probably be my first answer, the Big Red Boot, or when they did like the yellow Crocs collab. Man, I would love to know Landon's answer on this one. Other things like I think personally, Balenciaga, like the fat Balenciaga shoes. Let me see if I can pull one of those up. Those are generally pretty terrible. Sorry. Hopefully Landon will get back here soon. I mean, any of these are just awful. Let me see if I can share this with you all. I mean, take your pick. All of these, I mean, you can see the prices up here, $1,100, almost $1,200. It's like a derelict shoe. You got some New Balance in here, New Balance Balenciaga stuff. Generally, those are a good Cybertruck. Good question, Bode. Good Cybertruck comparison, I guess you would say. And Landon's just joined, but he's not connected. So, Landon, if you can hear me, you got to connect to your mic. There we go. Lando.
This is tough.
You sound rough over there, but that's all right. Our question from the audience was, what is the Cybertruck of sneakers? Which means the ugliest, too expensive, and most overrated.
Jeez. The Balenciaga for sure.
Yeah, that was my second choice. My first was the Mischief Big Red Boot. I think that one feels a little cartoony though, so I don't know if that was it. But anything else? Keller, if you're listening, you can you can call in if you want to. And
yeah, Keller texted me. He said, "How do I call in?" I just sent him the link to join.
Okay, yeah, Keller, if you wanna join, we'll invite you in. It looks like we might have lost Dean as past his bedtime. Long day. You know, it's tough when you're wearing on clouds all day. You got to go to bed early.
Yo.
Oh, here we go. We got a live caller. Apparently, he doesn't know how to use the link. All right, Keller, I think you're on the pod. Can you hear me? Hey, mute your YouTube. I can hear myself.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Landon, can you hear Keller?
Yeah.
What's your question?
Well, there's a huge delay. Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Quit, mute your YouTube. Quit listening to yourself. Oh my gosh, he just hung up. Inexperience. What a terrible answer. That's the first time I think we've had a live call in to the podcast, so we'll try to get better on that. But Lando, I think we just stop delaying the inevitable and we dismiss this podcast out the right way. What do you think? You got anything else for us?
I think we're too far gone at this point.
Yeah, we're off the rails. We had a good Salomon skinny for the first time in probably this year. And so we're going to hang our hats on that. Remember, this podcast is brought to you by the Printify, Still Drippin' Printify store. You can go and get your swim trunks. You can get your Jelly Roll wrap tee, your tribal swim trunks, the water gun tee. You can get some slides, everything you need for summer. All your summer essentials are on the Printify store. If you see something that you would like, hey, Keller finally figured out how to comment. Shout out. Anyways. Yeah, all your summer needs. If you want an item that we don't have on the store currently, just let us know and we'll try to create something for you. We've got everything you need for the summer. So go to still-drippin.printify.me and that'll take you to our store. Get some swim trunks, get our podcast tee, and tweet at us. Don't buy it because you love us, even though we know you do, but buy it because it's dope. That's what Hayes would say anyways. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. And I think Landon is going to wrap us out, unless Dean Huffman wants to get on the podcast. I can shoot you the link and give us a little freestyle on the way out.
Dude, call Keller back up. Let him wrap us out.
Anybody who wants to join, links coming through right now. Just paste that in, and we'll let you in while we do our final announcements. Remember, if we're going to try to beat Landon physically to let us know where Rooted is going up so we can get the exclusive on that. Maybe we'll just invite Alexander on the podcast and see. I mean, we've got 3 live listeners. I mean, what more can he want from an audience perspective? So we'll try to get some more breaking news. Landon get his journal. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Reporter vibes going. We got Greasy Hubcaps is his rap name. And, we're about to play a little beat for Greasy Hubcaps in just a minute. Go follow us on Instagram at StillDrippingTN. And I think that's about it. We love you all and enjoy this.
Greasy hubcap. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was it, folks. He's off. Just like the phone call, he's out. All right. Shout out to those 3 in the stream team. Peace.